This video is made for adult collectors because scorpions are kind of creepy.
So one of the things I like to do when I get new figures is I like to show it to my family and see what they think, like all my different family members. And I gave this to my mom and she thought it looked absolutely disgusting. And yeah, it is a creepy looking scorpion, but they thought it looked gross. I guess it's doing its job well, that means.
I was looking forward to this, but not this much. So getting this in hand has kind of blown me away. I now understand why a lot of people were excited for this guy. He is so damn solid. I really like the texturing on the plastic and the thickness of the part walls. It's just such a nice feeling in the hand, not to mention the fluidity and solidity of how he moves and behaves. It's so sick. There is surprisingly so much going on here, and he's just a bum-ass weirdo with a snake head for a hand. Don't know how he wipes himself. This was purchased at CMD store. Here's the box, not sponsored. I'm really glad they went with this shade of yellow/gold. The paint isn't a 100% match to the plastic portions in this color, but they're far enough apart that you don't really notice. I love how stupid this design is with the face hugger hand and the snake arm on the other. Snake arm, by the way, that is very articulated, like Dragon Megatron that I don't have anymore. I want a blue one. It has 6 segments in the ball joints and then the shoulder joint. It can twist on itself twice. It's kind of nuts. And the joints are solid. There is not that much loose in this arm so far, as I've been messing with it quite a bit since getting it, so it's not that bad at all. Dragon Megatron held up for a while for me too, so like here's hoping this does. However, it does bring in a slight problem later. He does have quite the blast effect He does have quite the blast effect compatibility. Why is this so hard to say? He does have quite the blast effect compatibility, there we go, going on. There are the typical 5mm ports on like the bottom of the feet and the arms and all that, but there's a port in the center of the hand. That's pretty cool. You can blast lasers out of it. But I wasn't expecting for the snakehead's mouth to open and have an articulated blast effect peg in it. That's actually really cool. Head sculpt is very nice. I love the metallic like eye mask or whatever he has going on. And the little bronze tip at the top is kind of neat. He is a very clean robot too. Like, yeah, there's entire scorpion leg set hanging off one of the arms and then like the scorpion head on the back. But otherwise, everything else just kind of fits together very well and it's super clean. He doesn't come with anything, no weapons or blast effects, but like, does he really need them? Plus, he doesn't have any normal hands, so I don't even know how holding a gun works. Out of all the Beast Wars redos we've gotten so far, this one seems to be like the one that, to me at least, from the ones that I've gotten, because I haven't gotten all of them, this one feels the greatest when he's in motion, not to mention the amount of articulation this has just due to his weird and wacky design. It's honestly really fun. He's been the deluxe of this wave. I haven't put down the most. I keep messing with him then Blast Off. I keep messing with those two quite a bit. So his head is on a ball joint. It's a little hard to like grip just because of how round it is in these two shoulder pads, but like doesn't have that much. Actually, there's no tilt, but he can look up that far, and because his head's on a hinge, he can look down that far. Then you have your full rotation. It's just this makes it hard for me to like grip the head properly. These shoulder pads, they can move sort of out of the way to accommodate the full 360 at the shoulder. Shoulders can go out that far. You do have bicep rotation. This end, the bicep rotation is literally just the ball joint. On this side, you have an elbow that bends 90 degrees, wrist rotation, and then the hand can open and close. On this side, you have all of these ball joints, so this can do pretty much anything you want it to do, not to mention you have the joint here at the shoulder. And then the snake mouth can open. There's a little tab right here that you pull on. Focus. There we go. That you can take that out. And then there's the articulated 3mm peg, which is a little annoying to get moving, but you can, which I think is cool. The crocodile. This is not a crocodile. This is a scorpion. That is a scorpion head. The scorpion head doesn't peg in anywhere. Like, there's this little tiny peg right here. That's for the alt mode. There's nothing. I thought it was going to go into this 5mm port. Nothing pegs in. So it does move a lot when you're messing with it. Like, you pick it up, it's like, oh, it's moving. It's a little unfortunate. I wish this, will you focus on the toy? I wish this would like tab in more solidly. It doesn't tab in at all, but he does have a waist joint, which is nice. The hips can go forward that far. They can go back that far. He can do a full splits. You have thigh rotation. He has a single jointed knee. And then the ankles, it looks like they rotate, but they don't. That's just like the seam for this piece here because this piece isn't as big. But he does have ankle tilt that goes both ways. So if you want to get him balanced on one foot like this, you can. And then the toes can close, but that's just because they are the scorpion claws. But yeah, he is very, very poseable. You can do quite a lot with this thing. I just wish that head on the back would stay pegged in because it moves quite a lot.
Now this is painted back here too. I don't see this like scratching it if you're careful, but this is all teeth going up against here. So just be careful of that. Otherwise, yeah, he's great.
Robot is pretty damn nifty. I love the segmented arm and the massive claw. Like, scorpions to me are kind of gross, and this robot carries all that grossness into it, but in a good way. Now, the transformation. I've never messed with the original, but I am told this works kind of like the original. Either way, it's a very unique way of getting a man into a scorpion.
This is a very fun transformation to do back and forth because, again, I've never messed with the original, so I didn't expect any of what was happening in here to happen. And it's really nifty, especially there's a lot going on in the torso here. It's very cool. So to start with, we are going to open up this chest section, fold the head down, not all the way, because it doesn't go all the way, just leave it there. We're going to then take the shoulder pads and flip them up. Then you want to take this entire chest assembly, bring it up. Now the head will go in all the way, and you can close that panel up. Bring this section up. It won't go up all the way because the shoulder pads are getting in the way, and they're getting in the way because the shoulders are in the way. So what you want to do here is this shoulder, you want to pop it forward like that. Then you can bring this piece down and around. You want to shift this down a little bit so you can bring this one out, and then you can fold this whole thing up. Now what's cool is this takes the rivet hole here and uses it as like a peg port system thing to tab the tail in, and then these shoulder pads will clip around the sides there like that, and then we're just straighten out the tail, bring it up here. Also, this piece is going to peg in at the top too, so we'll get that done. Now here, the instructions are like, okay, do this, then do this, then do this, and it's like, you don't need to do all that spinny nonsense. You literally just take the shoulder, right? Fold it up like this, in, and then down. That's it. I don't know why it makes you do all the spinny flip me do stuff, but like, yeah, you just need to fold it in like this. The only way that this will work though is if the rivet is facing inside the robot, because otherwise the shoulder won't fit. Once you do that, you spread the legs out, and they have these little tabs that are going to tab into the air escape hole for the mushroom peg for the waist joint. So you get that peg together, flip it around. We're going to then take the claws, close them up on both sides, rotate the thighs and bring them around, then take the head, rotate it, and it will peg into the stand port at the crotch. And there you have Quickstrike. Very simple and easy to do, but really fun to get this arm swung around and get all this worked out here. I really do like that a lot. He doesn't have a stand port in this mode, but there is this 5mm peg. So if you have a 5mm stand, then you can get him on that. But like, yeah, he's very, very fun to transform back and forth. I just find the only thing that I don't like is closing these things up because, you know, they are kind of sharp all around this. So just be careful. I do still really like transforming this thing. It's a lot of fun.
That's one scary ass scorpion. It's so cool though. Move over, Scorponok. We have a new Scorpion King in town. Not that one. Please, not that one. I do not like that movie. This thing is like all teeth. There's teeth in the face, teeth in the claws, teeth in the tail. Teeth in the tail. That's creepy. None of the legs articulate, which is a bit of a shame, but this thing just looks very cool. This part though is where I think the ball joints might have a bit of trouble, because to hold the snake head up, they do a pretty fine job, but if you put anything on or in the snake head, yeah, mine droops. I can polish the ball joints up a bit, but the scorpion mode is like, because of how the tail's positioned in this mode, there's a lot of weight on it and on the joints because of how they're curved, and it needs to be a tiny bit stronger. He is pretty large, very long because of those claws. I wish the claws could go back a bit more. They do bump into the legs, but oh well, that's a minor nitpick. The metallic blue really shines here too on that face. It's just all around a very nice figure. Like, this thing is extremely solid for the most part and is a lot of fun to flick back and forth. I definitely recommend it, especially for a Beast Wars fan. This thing is insane. But that's been my look at Deluxe Class Quickstrike. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.